Welcome to The Lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss. Come on in. There's always a special place set aside for you here where you can relax, kick up your heels, pour yourself a nice, refreshing drink, and prepare to be lifted and soar. Thank you so much, everyone, and welcome back to The Lift with Sheila Robinson Kiss. We've got it all here, guys. Mental health, movement, motivation, phenomenal relationship advice. So if you're loving what I'm doing, please do subscribe, and don't forget to share the news of the channel with your friends and family. I truly appreciate it. I want to send a shout out to Marilyn, longtime subscriber, sent me a note today, which is part of the inspiration for this video message. I had a different message I was going to deliver, but I have to tell you, when the Lord speaks, I will shift direction very, very quickly. And Marilyn said to me, Sheila, I've been with you a long time. I've cut through a lot. I've learned a lot. I've changed. I've grown. But there's one more area that I feel I really need to deal with this challenge. And this has been going on for a long time. It's my relationship with my mom. So, Marilyn, we're going to jump into that. Stay tuned. I'm coming right back to it. I feel the message that I have today is not only going to support you, set you free emotionally, but a multitude of other folks as well. Our title today for the program is The Father of Lies. The Father of Lies and Your Mental Health. Understand that connection and truly be set free. Right out of the gate, the father of lies, call it what you want. Evil, dark influences, degradation, Satan, what have you. Father of lies goes by many, many names. But one thing that you need to understand is there is one singular language that the father of lies speaks, and that is lies from sun up to sun down. The language is not Mandarin, it's not Spanish, it's not French. Literally, the language is layers and layers and layers of lies. That is it. There's literally no subspecialty. I want you to think heat-seeking missile. It's a singular mission to seek and to destroy. It's very, very clear. It's in the word. The thief comes to kill and to steal and to destroy your life and your dreams. And the primary tool that is used, the primary tool is lies. And there only needs to be one element that clicks in for that lie to be powerful and effective. You need only believe it. You need only believe it. And it is destroying. And when I say destroying, I don't mean, oh, it's kind of interfering a little bit. I've seen this destroy people's lives. Taking in the lie, not just taking it in, living it out. Some people will believe the lie to the extent that they begin to betray themselves. They betray themselves and convince other people of the lie. I want you to keep that in mind. I'm jumping back to Maryland. And what I'm going to do in today's program, I'm going to go over some key lies. Some key lies that Satan will destroy your life with, the father of lies. And then when I wind things down, I want to talk about what you can start doing today. If any of these lies that I'm going to go over, you say, you know what, Sheila, this sounds like something I'm dealing with, then I'm going to give you a little formula on how to start backing your way out of just a very destructive way of thinking and living. Marilyn, this one's for you, darling. Number one, we're going to deal with this. It is the lie of pretense and pretending. So, Marilyn, the question I want to ask you, you said to me clearly, Sheila, this has been going on for years. My mom competes with me. She does not celebrate me. Uh, I continue to reach for her. I continue to reach for her, and she turns away. She's turned away from me and what I have to offer. Marilyn, you said it's been going on for years. You also said, I'm disturbed by this because I do believe in the word, and it says, honor thy mother and father. And I'm trying. I'm trying to honor and be honorable. So, Marilyn, here's the question, then I'm going to double back. Marilyn, what is it that you're pretending not to know about your mother in this situation? What are you pretending not to know? Because the lie of pretense and pretending asks you, again, the father of lies has breathed a lie into your ear that you're really responding to. And that lie is, in order to be honorable, you need to continue to reach and allow yourself to be hurt. And it's splitting you in two. So here's my other question for you. How can you be honorable when you are being turned away from? How do you honor someone who has consistently refused to be a part of your life? If you have an answer for me, please send another note. I'm going to be on the lookout for it. This is what I really want you to get. That lie that you are put here to reach and to reach and to reach and to reach and to be rejected, it is literally undercutting almost every element of your life. Again, I'm going by what you shared with me. So I want you to think about that. You know, God is not the author of confusion. I want you to really meditate on the lie of pretense and pretending and answer that question. What am I pretending not to know about this person who's been in my life all my life and has routinely showed me disregard? What am I pretending not to know? You answer that question in a full frontal way, and I guarantee you, listen to the rest of this video, you're going to be on the pathway to some serious emotional healing. Second lie, this is a big one. The lie of false dependence. The lie of false dependence on another person. This lie lives itself out, multiplies, and manifests in relationships all the time. Case in point, I knew a man a few years ago, 17-year marriage, literally being emotionally abused. There's really no other way to say this. This man was truly being abused on a consistent basis. And he said to me, I know this is not right. I feel like I need to do something different, but I don't, inside of myself, I just don't know if I can have a better life. I don't feel like I can do better. Again, that is the father of lies whispering year after year. This is the best you can do. This is the best you can do. And you know what? If you hear something long enough, and you don't say, wait a minute, let me come in here and get some objectivity. Is this all my father would have in store for me? Then you end up 17 years scratching your head in something where you're caught in such a web of lies, you don't know where the lies end or you begin. I will tell you this lie of dependence, that I need to sit here and stay here and be degraded, has messed up more lives and more families then certainly I can count reasonably or logically. What I'm about to say, it may seem controversial to some of you, but I can do nothing but share from my heart and based on my experience. My feeling on relationships is this: life is short. And we know what we've recently gone through in this country, that it has crystallized. Life is even shorter. It is precious to me if you cannot get on the same page in a relationship, meaning we are here to walk next to one another and to support one another inside of respect, inside of camaraderie, inside of mutually supportive goals and a vision, then my whole thing is just put the kibosh on it, period. Because you don't come together to destroy one another. So either it gets on track in respect, or you need to do something different. Because when you constantly stay in a degraded state, you train yourself. You train yourself into expecting and accepting less than. And I'm telling you, when you're debilitated and fully believe, I can't do this by myself, I am completely dependent on this other person. That's, you make yourself, you are so delicious, like a leg of lamb for the enemy. You are ripe for mind control. You are ripe for low self-esteem, and the list goes on and on. By the way, by the way, that same man that I mentioned, eventually, eventually, he found the courage to stop believing the lie. And you want to know what he's doing, the life he's enjoying right now? He went on, he found an amazing partner, a respectful partner to share his life with. Why? Because he created that space in his life. He was occupied, the territory of his life was occupied with degradation. He liberated himself from the lie. And I will tell you, God takes care of his children. God does take care of his children. Next lie I want to talk about is the lie of incompetence and stagnation. When the father of lies, month after month, week after week, year after year, whispers into your ear, you are not smart enough, you can't pull this off, you need to stay exactly where you are. Recently sat with a brilliant woman, just 5 classes away from receiving a specialized degree. I will tell you, she's employed in a particular firm, and she she's the one helping senior leaders. She's supporting senior leaders and solving their dilemma. I asked her a simple question, when do you think you want to go and pursue the rest of these 5 classes? And there's a hesitation there. It's a lot of work. I don't know if I'm going to be in line for promotion. I'm listening to this, and I just had to be very direct and say, how long have you been believing this lie of incompetence and stagnation? You're in this firm, and you're several notches down, so to speak, on the food chain. You should be running the joint. You should have your own joint. I've just learned, when the spirit moves me, that's how I talk to people. I have to be direct. I don't beat around the bush. She was tangled up into this web of lies. You're not good enough. Stay put. Stay where you are. I'm happy that this woman is really considering getting herself enrolled, completing that certification, and moving on. I will tell you, there are so many thousands, millions of folks who, because they believe that lie, I can't learn. They believe that lie. You're not as smart. They won't prepare themselves for more. They won't reach for more. And I'm telling you, we are here to grow. If you are satisfied and happy where you are, you like it, I love it. But I'm talking about the multitudes of people who I've met and who reach out to me who are not happy. and want to be doing something different. I will tell you, when you liberate yourself from that lie, it starts to flood in like just a rich, crisp water spring. Oh my goodness. That which I don't know, I can learn. I am here to grow. I want to be the best I possibly can be in this lifetime. So again, that's another key lie. Another lie that I want to talk about is the lie of toxic loyalty. The lie of toxic loyalty, when the father of lies whispers in your ear, you need to stay. A good person would stay. This is your family member. You need to go ahead and do this. Case in point, woman many years ago, her son, her adult son, well into his late 30, about to cross over into his 40s, had literally drained this woman. By the time she reached out to me, she had a couple $1,000s left of her savings, her hard-earned savings. And she said to me, I keep hearing this voice say, that is your son, and this is what a good mother would do. Meanwhile, losing everything within months of needing to put her house on the market. Let me say this, you will know the tree by the fruit it bears. I say again, you will know the tree by the fruit it bears. I would not care if it's a son, if it's a friend, if it's a spouse. If someone is trying to turn you into an ATM, they are broke and they're siphoning off your resources, and now you're to the point where you don't have any resources left. Again, I go back. God is not the author of confusion. That sounds like a situation that is terribly imbalanced. But when you listen to the lies and you don't back up and you're not centered in that discernment that would give you the power to say, I don't know what this is, but this is not what I'm going to participate in. This is the kind of things that can happen year after year and day after day. And you end up, how did this just happen? What just came through my life and ravaged it? So I want you to watch that lie toxic, about toxic loyalty. Next lie I want to spend some time on is the lie of imposter syndrome. The, it, the lie of imposter syndrome. I was, a few months ago, I'm sitting in this gorgeous and incredibly beautiful office with a leader, wonderful person. And this individual says to me, there's some days I just really feel like I'm an imposter, and I really, that comes over me and I get down. And sometimes that mood will stay on me for weeks. When it's really bad, it'll stay on me for months. And, not only am I sitting in this person's office, hell, they own the whole building. Just an extraordinary success story. And I'm listening to this, and immediately in my mind I say, wow, you know, the father of lies and what he will do. This cuts across all races, all socioeconomic. We can all be susceptible to this. There is a difference. This is an individual built up a company, literally brick by brick, fabulous, has made contributions to humanity, contributions to the work team, the whole 9 yards. And yet, the individuals, I feel like an imposter. Let me tell you something. Just because you are a leader, just because you have created something substantial, just because you may be in charge of thousands or millions of lives, or you may be in charge of your family, whatever the case may be, many of us are leaders in our own right. It doesn't mean that you don't get a chance to be a human being. It doesn't mean that you have to walk in complete and total perfection at all times. This is what I do. It's all I do. You know, During the week, day in, day out, I talk to people about mindset, liberation, elevation. If you think for 1 minute that I don't have my moments in life where the earth moves. I have the moments where I cry. I have moments where I'm just not sure what's the next step. That doesn't mean I'm subpar. That doesn't mean that I haven't gained mastery in that which I teach. But the best teachers are constantly learning. The best teachers walk in a level of understanding and humility. We do get a chance to be a human being. Doesn't make you an imposter, makes you a person who's breathing, walking, and learning and growing. It's a very human thing. So, the father of lies will come in and undercut what you know, what you're doing, your messages, your life. There's many people wildly successful, doing what they love, and a feeling will come over and they sit and shake their head in agreement with the lie instead of, you know what, I'm a human being, I'm having a moment, let me regroup. We all need to be very aware of the energies, who and what we are, what can happen in these tools of alignment. These tools of alignment are absolutely critical. The spiritual tools that I'm talking about, prayer and centering ourselves. This is how you build a massive a massive fortress of truth and protection around you. Doesn't mean that you won't have your moment. It means that you've equipped yourself to bounce back in fine fashion. It means that you gain enough mastery that oftentimes you'll find you can jump in front of that nonsense before you even smell the aroma. It's powerful. It's powerful to understand how these lies work. And lastly, before I want to get into what you can do for yourself, I want to talk about the lie of insecurity. A couple years ago, sat with a lovely new bride, and she said to me, Sheila, I'm married now. This is the man that I knew I wanted to marry right off the bat. The issue is I am deeply insecure, and I've dealt with my insecurities for a number of years. I thought that when we get married, it would get better. It's worse. It is worse. He's attractive. He travels frequently, always nervous, checking things in his account, his phone. I'm calling. I just, I feel off center when he's not around, and I don't. Who I am. I'm uncomfortable in my skin. And we talked a little bit more, and when we got further into it, I knew that from an early age, oftentimes these lies start. The father of lies will whisper these lies into our ear from a very early age, and it had been reinforced. You are not good enough. You are not worthy. You need to be nervous and shaking in your boots constantly. And again, after it's reinforced for years, what you have is this gorgeous new bride, gorgeous new husband, and he's constantly in a position where he needs to reassure her. And she said to me, he's wonderful. He does that for me. But then my question is that really his job? It could be the best person in the world. They will grow tired. And a piece that I want you to understand, when the father of lies, when he gets you to agree with this lie, to be insecure and to play it out and to live it out, when that lie is planted, there is definitely an end goal in mind. You may not see it, but the end goal is to get you to announce to as many people as you possibly can, I don't feel good about myself. I don't feel valuable or worthy in my skin. So you believe it. What makes you think that if you announce that long enough to your family, to your significant other, to anyone else, eventually they will believe it too? And then the question comes back, well, That's interesting. Now that you really mention it, maybe this isn't the relationship for me. You don't feel worthy. Maybe you have a point here. So you can see how these lies, once you grab onto it, that is all the father of lies needs for you, because after you believe in the lie, you'll live it out. All of us are living what we believe. You see people out here who walk into a room like they own it, that confidence, they're going through the world. They believe it, you feel that energy because they believe, I'm here with a purpose, I'm worthy. They believe that. They are living that out. You see these stunning parents who are doing this wonderful work with their children. I saw a mom last year. Her son had autism, and she was advocating for different things for him in school. She went into that school board meeting and said, just because you don't see his worth and what he can do, I've seen it. What I'm going to need you all to do is seat him in this particular class. And doggone it, this kid delivered. He had steel behind him, a mother who believed, and she made sure that he believed. You see, it's what you believe. It's what you believe. That's why these attacks, the father of lies will attack you in your mind. And let me tell you something about the father of lies is very lazy. It's very lazy because the hard work, he'll do a little bit of work up front. I'm going to whittle you down so I can get you in the position where emotionally you're compromised. Because as soon as I can compromise you mentally, I can get you to do anything. Because you are asleep at the switch. You don't believe in your value. You've lowered your guard to the point where I can get in here and breathe these lies and you'll live them out. I can really have some fun with you. There's people who believe the lie, no one loves me and I'm unlovable, when they do have people in their life who love them. But because the lie, people will do gestures and trying to do for you, and you don't believe you're lovable, so you won't receive it. I've seen it time and time and time again. Please today ask yourself, what do I believe? What do I believe to be true about myself, my spirit, my worth, my capacities, how I'm positioned in this world? What do I believe to be true? Because based on what you believe to be true, you can take it to the bank. That is going to dictate your level of happiness, your level of contentment, your level of peace of mind, what you look around and have in your life. It all starts with what you believe. So the question becomes, Sheila, it's interesting what you're saying. Then what do I do? You've gone over this list of lies. Some of this resonates with me. What do I do to get myself out of it? Step one, I love implementation. I'm a very simple woman. Step one is start entertaining. Just really, as you're making your coffee in the morning, as you're going for your walk, start entertaining the fact that, you know what, I I really could be swirled up in a web of lies, just by really looking at that, stepping into that level of awareness. It starts to shift something. It starts to move something. And then what I want you to do is, I like to bring things into context. Nothing does that like putting it down on some paper. I suspect this area, I'm living out a lie. Write down the areas where you suspect, because sometimes you can be in this so deep, you're not even sure yourself. But where you suspect, you're living out the lie. And then next, and we're talking about how we can really begin to break this up and get ourselves out of it. I also want you to write down, what is even if you don't believe it yet, what is the ultimate truth that I desire full-bodied belief. What is it that I truly desire? The truth for my life that I desire. Put that right next to it. Put that right next to the lie. And then what I want you to do is literally to start to ask for the stronghold of the lie to be broken. I'm going to put a specific prayer, a link to some scriptures on this video that will really and truly start to break up the energy behind that stronghold. And if you ever wonder how a stronghold takes root, it's just reinforced. All you have to do is reinforce it over years, weeks, months, and it becomes a stronghold. And you put that intensity next to it, then you have something where I've seen people, I'm trying to get out of this myself. You can agree with me or you can disagree with me. That is perfectly fine. This channel is not about fluff. I give it to you as I know it. There are levels of lies and strongholds that you are not able to get yourself out of that. It will literally require you joining with the hand of God. That's why I tell people, to tamper with things that you are not fully aware of. People get themselves off into things, you name it, false beliefs, magic, all this stuff. I will tell you, you cannot, when you're dealing not just in the spiritual realm, but particularly the dark realm, evil and demonic, and that interplay on your psyche and your mental health, you cannot research enough. You cannot, oh, I got a book and this is what the book said. Let me explain something to you. The reason why the protection of the Holy Spirit and staying rooted and grounded in prayer and that which is good and righteous and whole is so key. It's because, no, I wouldn't care if it's a priest, high priest, whatever the case may be, a pastor. For you and I being human beings, you can't go dark enough. The father of lies, it's a singular force that has no other mission than to throw you off of your God-given purpose. Your mind won't even go far enough to understand the trickery, the treachery, the deceit, how the traps are set up, the booby traps. You can't even fully conceptualize it to prepare for it. That's really where the hand of God, I mean, there's some things that I've seen, that I've heard in 25 years. If the Lord didn't have his hand on me, just hearing it, what people have gone through, the level of evil and violation, I would be somewhere likely sitting in a straitjacket. Just the debauchery, the abominations, all of it. It can go to so twisted. That's in the human realm, but then in the spirit realm, the traps that are laid to throw people off and to put them into anxiety and to put them in depression, the human mind won't even twist and turn and bend that way. So when I say that it is the hand of God coming in through sincere intention and faith and just forgiveness and really seeking to understand more and building that rock solid relationship, that's it. That is really the ultimate protection. And for that robust, this is not a channel. I'm not, if it was, I just want you to make it, you can do okay. That's not what this work is about. That's not good enough. I want people living out their true purpose, your elevation, joy, happiness, chocolate ice cream, trips, laughter with your kids, enjoying your pets, out in the sunshine, looking at the butterflies, your feet in the grass. That's what I'm going for. I'm not going for mediocrity. I'm really going for the gusto here So the tool, the strategy that I give to you as a labor of love, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. I know the difference. There's people who are going to leave the planet. There's people going to leave the planet and they never get to taste and touch the joy and the essence of a beautiful, uplifted life. And if that's not what you had, doggone it, that's what healing is for. That's what the healing is for. The tools are out here, but you can be so wrapped up in lies. I've had people in my office say right across them, what did you do with the tools, or did you do something with the tools? And they'll just do a blank stare, and I know that they're living out a lie. The lie that these resources that are available for you won't do a damn thing. I've lived it. That's why I'm so passionate about this. I literally lived under the veil for a time, under the veil of the father of lies. It is a life that is void. I could just tell you, it's like, you hear me use all these food analogies because, quite frankly, I love food, but it's like walking into the best bakery and not being able to smell the smells or to taste the muffin or the cookies. That's what that life is like. It's a dead life. It's like a dead man walking or a dead woman walking. That's what that life of void and separation is when you're living under the lie. You're living under the lie. It's very clear to me now. I'm coming into a time in my life, just as a woman, as a child of God, where the Lord is really revealing to me what all these struggles were, the true, very deep struggles, and what I've gone through personally, and what I've witnessed professionally. Um, he's working with me and letting me know it's for this moment. I needed you to understand the realities that people are dealing with. And when I tell you I have a darn nice idea, I really do. And we can talk. I could talk to you about clinical till I'm blue in the face. You all know, I've certainly prepared for you. Did the school bit, the books. Those are all we've read those. Valuable, important. I won't discount it, but I cannot say that I'm honoring you, I'm honoring myself, and I'm honoring the journey if I leave off the master tools. Anything that I tell you as far as clinical information, acceptance and commitment therapy, rational emotive therapy, all of that stuff, cognitive delays, we can talk about that, but I cannot I cannot leave the true tools of mastery off the table, because when all of that is joined with the deeper levels of understanding, brought in that grace through the hand of God. That's what I'm talking about. That's the joy. That's when you have all that you need to stand in the power and truth of your life and say to the father of lies, you are a liar. You are a liar. I don't believe a doggone thing that you are laying out for me. I don't believe that I'm here on the planet and unlovable. I don't believe that I'm going to be stuck in this dead end job all my life. I don't believe that just because this person trashed me, I'm going to stay on the track. Man, I don't believe it at all. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and slam the door and go on and get to my prayers, meditation. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. And it really requires the concentrated effort. So this is a heartfelt message. It's straight from my heart to yours. Again, if you're loving what I'm doing, please do subscribe and share the news of the channel with your friends and family. I will be back with some more rich content. But until then, guys, don't fall for the lies. Don't do it to yourself. I'll be back soon. Thank you so much.